we'll make it to I can't ever say that. Demopolis.
Demopolis.
Pretty good angle.
Good.
I always like recording the roads because they're a really dramatic effect when you're making a vlog. Then after all the hour-long video, then you have to edit down to 25 minutes so you can have a 1-hour video. Demopolis. It sounds like Minneapolis, Indianapolis, something like that. Looks like they have enough tires to burn for days. You know, tires burn a lot more longer.
Oh, and rubber stinks when it's burning. Ooh, it stinks there. We ain't getting restless.
Don't say.
Didn't he get a panel over here?
I could like look at that. Just the way that people look at me sometimes, that make me kind of comfortable sometimes. I got a good landscape video. How far we are from anyway? You know what? Besides My Little Pony, I do like regular horses. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Most autistic kids love horses.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do.
Mm-hmm. They sure do. You are exactly right.
But I don't know why. It's just that the horses are like almost like loyal dogs. Almost.
I can't help but think about when I was a kid and Mother was driving and she went right through these stop signs. My daddy said, "Damn, woman, didn't you see that stop sign?"
I was on your way to Atlanta.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Your mama was blind in one eye and you could see out the other.
Well, based on the way it sounds like, she a little. Was this way it sounds like she was a little crazy.
Sometimes.
So this is where the Appalachian is, because
No.
because the land goes up in valleys.
You and Baba don't do good on curvy, windy mountain roads.
Either.
Ooh, no.
It makes me kind of nervous we're gonna fall off the end of the
So
earth.
you can let mama drive in the mountains.
I would never like the mountains, because if we were going to Crystal Mountain PonyCon, we would have to fly there and not drive. It would have taken us 3 hours to get there in plane, because it's a 2-day convention. So if you would have gone to PMC, it would have taken you 2 days. We had to stay there for 3 days because it's a 2-day convention. What the heck are you doing?
You don't know.
I know I'm not filming myself because I always like recording. I always like doing recordings with landscaping, because a lot of my videos are landscape videos. Do you think my way of videoing is pretty different?
Cindy, you can put it on 70, baby, and they ain't gonna bother you.
Okay. to take this off?
Well, just turn it off.
Okay. Tell me that, I'll be gone.
See, if you want to set it,
I'm going to. I know how to set it. I just didn't know how to, because I had it set and I didn't know how to take it off to.
okay.
So I just tapped the
Let me
brake.
tell you what you do.
Uh huh.
If you have it set and you want to increase your speed,
Uh huh.
just push it. The number of push the resume.
Yeah.
Just push it, and it will increase it 1 mile an hour until
Uh-huh.
you get it to where you want it,
Okay. Gotcha.
and you don't turn it off.
I mean, even though we've had it almost 2 years, I don't drive your truck enough to know where buttons or what they do or
I know
nothing
how to
else.
use this car because I see.
Yeah,
cars.
now Aaron knows more than I do. I let him do all this. I don't mess with none of that.
And plus, when you go to any convention up in the mountain areas, there's only 2 or 3 of them in the area. Okay, before Crystal Mountain PonyCon was officially in 2013, there was another one called RockCon. It means running the leaps. It was a 4-day convention in Colorado. 4 days. That's the first 4-day convention ever recorded in My Little Pony history. Okay, they usually start in October is when they usually start at, right at the end of the month. From October 31st to November 3rd is when they started. That's a long convention, huh? I think the only recorded attendance, was only about 300 people there, I think. It was in Colorado, so back in 2013. Crystal Mountain PonyCon, St. Louis Crystal Fair. I don't know if Crystal Fair is running anymore. They're having a 1-day convention for next year. It's like a meetup or something like that in St. Louis. I'm not gonna, because if we were going there, we don't need a whole lot. We're just gonna stay there just for the day. Look at those beautiful white rocks over there. Is it man put them there, or is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
So the water doesn't get so clogged up in the
Probably.
You ever imagine a My Little Pony character in real life? Their bodies would be really soft. Like I told you, I told you before that horses have very thick skin. And what a pony will, because color-coded ones, I might think they might be a little bit, possibility a little too soft to hold, because based on how they interact with certain things, like including physical touch on me is different, because autistic kids have a way of being touched.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Dad?
Oh yeah.
What?
Autistic kids, for the most part, don't like to be touched.
That's true.
What do you think the reason why, mostly?
Well, I don't know. It's just something about the emotional state that they're in.
We're gonna stop at the Walmart gas.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I know when I get there.
And everybody can use the Walmart potty and
Walk around.
no, you know, any lane when you gotta keep going.
Oh. Okay. I was just joking.
You can shop on your way back.
Yeah, on the way back, we will.
You know, I hate it sometimes when I hear Anne and Elaine argue, because when Carmen was here, it makes it. You know, Carmen knows that I get nervous when Anne and Elaine gets
Oh
that.
yeah, they argued a lot.
Was it relationship wise or was it something else?
Well, their personalities just.
You know, one thing I like about music sometimes in electric genres, because it's more fluid for me, because rap music is kind of broken up. It's just like none of it acts up.
I was gonna tell you. I asked the crew when we went to GeekCon. I said, "Okay, I know people in this vehicle know what genre is." I said, "I don't have a clue what that means." Janice and Garrett said it's just the kind of music that you like. It's called genre now. Or
Yes.
the kind of movies, or the kind of
Genre is the French word for kind.
category, genre. Yeah, I just didn't know what it was.
And you know,
In other words, it's like if you like rock and roll, country, Christian.
That's your genre.
now I'm more into just simply like certain emotional music. Like when you listen to Christian music, it makes me a little too sad and a little too nervous. That's what makes me nervous about that kind of music.
Why does it make you nervous?
Just because I just can't say that. I like hearing it, but if I listen to it a very long time, I might go through a little bit. It's just hard for me to get over a lot of things in my life that I don't want to talk about. I really don't want to talk about certain things I don't want to give out. Because the only thing that makes me kind of still sad is when I lost Grandma, and it's still traumatizing even today.
Yep.
I can't bear it always, because losing someone that I've been so close to in my life causes me to go through trauma. Memories that I've lifelong time still burn.
See, there's some more of those pretty rocks.
What kind of rocks are those? Kind of like, looks like limestone.
I don't know.
Because sometimes when I think of limestone, I think about that. That little tapping noise is my stand. It's that little, because it doesn't always, this little thing doesn't always do anything besides be there for a reason.
Oh, I didn't tell you what I found in somebody's pocket yesterday. One of our customers,
What?
$100 bill.
Oh, Lord.
And I told Sue about it. I said, yeah, I got a big tip today.
I guess the person
I
said.
think it was $106 to be exact. $100 bill and a $5 bill and a $1 bill.
What'd you do with it?
I put it in the envelope. Anytime we find stuff in people's pockets that, you know, or lapel pins or whatever, we have a little brown bag and we put the number of that goes on the ticket for the clothes, and we write on their bag and put it in a little brown bag and staple it. Half the time they don't even know they've done that.
Probably an elderly person.
No, this was a young man.
Really?
And he was a white guy.
He probably just forgot about it.
Uh-huh.
And I almost forgot to mention one of my YouTubers I like called it's called Mr. Nightmare. He does like horror themed true stories from different people online who write stories about their past and what happened when they were kids. I like them because they're kind of more accurate to horror more than shows and TV series, because true stories really do pick up a lot. I think my favorite ones of horror is when there's like people out of nowhere, people just appearing. The reason why I like horror is because it gives me more perspective on life, because you know there's not always a good ending always.
Nope.
There's always a tragic when someone
Look at
dies.
there. 15 more miles to Demopolis.
Dimpolis.
And what's Corpus Christi?
Crispy donut. What's so funny about
Or Crispy Critter?
not that.
At least Corpus didn't take a direct hit. Rockport did.
And Houston got it.
Yeah, Rockport took a direct hit.
But that was just it. At first, they were predicting Corpus was really going to get it.
like hit with like a hammer. It's a figure of speech of saying he getting hit hard.
Yeah, they were.
You just have to remember that when a hurricane comes ashore, if you're on the right hand side of it, you're going to get wet. Bad wet.
How about the damaging winds that could tear up all the buildings?
Mm-hmm. Did that too.
Rockport took a direct hit. That town is gone.
Did it tear it up in pieces?
Yeah.
I can imagine all the cars piling up on
You
the
got
street.
some people that said they've been in the same building there since 1969.
And it gulped it.
Or the people that say they got no insurance.
Because they can't afford insurance anymore. Because insurance nowadays is too expensive. Literally too expensive.
It is. There goes Daddy with that smacking.
Here's this.
Daddy, we're gonna have to get you some gum.
Nope.
Hey, can you have me a peppermint again, please?
Right.
You need a snack? Aaron, you need a snack?
Why not?
What do you want? Tell
I don't-
Dad. Before you eat that peppermint, there's all kinds of stuff back there. There's chips, there's peanut butter crackers, there's those.
Yes.
Okay.
Oreos.
No, well, wait a minute. Do you want those peas, those crispy peas like we had? There's
Crispy
those
peas.
crispy French fries.
I said crispy peas. Peas. When I say peas, it sounds funny. Peas.
That's what these are.
No, those are French fries. Peas are in a green bag.
Right here. These.
Jelly bear.
Let's have some. You know, when I think about highways a lot, I think about Final Destination 3. Because the roads are so big. I remember that scene clearly as day. People... Because, you know, in Final Destination, there's no villain. Right, Dad?
I don't have to stop up here, do I? No. Okay. I didn't think I did.
Let me find something to open this. Okay, here we go.
Dad should have some scissors.
Nope.
Okay, Dad. Trash sack. It's a Walmart sack.
No. Oh,
I need some.
here.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to pass this truck. Well, I could end up with two.
No. It's pretty good.
We'll make our poop green.
Or make the fart smell a lot worse.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Slow down for it.
Well, I thought it was getting closer to Demopolis than what I am. I couldn't be that far. See?
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the advertising signs, so see? 6.5. See, look who's sitting over there. I think that's a policeman. Maybe not. Nope.
That must be a father and a son in that truck. Because
No,
they're
it could
moving
be.
it.
Yeah,
What?
it could be.
I do love beans.
Mm-hmm.
These are considered peas, are they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read the back again. It says 8% fat, sanitarium fat 2%, sodium 3%, psyllium 250 grams 7%. So this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so ready to meet my aunt again.
Indianapolis.
Danapolis.
right here. At the red light.
Thank you. Stuff gets all around it, and sometimes it's hard to see it. Thank you.